All right, peace and prosperity. What's going on? Mallowhawk294. I think your name is. Your name sounds like a video game name or some shit. Like you play like I don't know, video games or some shit. Used to have. I had a name. I had a. There was a game I used to play called Combat Arms, and it was one of my favorite games. Used to play that shit when I was like 15, 16, and my name was like Wise Falcon. So you got the mellow hawk going on and shit, and that shit reminded me of my like my shoot 'em up days, my first person shooter days. But anyways, I wanted to answer your comment on the I think his name is Bachelor or something. What the fuck his channel name is? Some shit, yeah. But I wanted to answer your comment on video because sometimes the value just doesn't translate too well when you're like typing it. So I have a few notes here, and yeah, so happiness is the first topic. So, and I promise this won't be long, trust me. So, happiness is the first topic, and that's something that you co create. So, you start your happiness, and other people help you to maintain that happiness. And the key is the types of other people that are around you. So, you start your happiness with asking yourself questions, what do I want? Most of us have an idea of what we want. You probably have an idea of what you want. Um, so you start your happiness by asking yourself questions, what do I like doing? What am I proud to do? What makes me proud of myself? What gives me fulfillment? All that jazz. When you receive a subscription box in the mail, you're excited about what's inside. That gives you happiness. That's momentary. But our happiness tends to become more permanent and to last longer when we're in service to others. So, in order to be in service to others, we have to have a relationship to where we are giving them something that they value, and they are giving us something back that shows us that they value and appreciate what we're giving. So, that's actually what generates happiness. And as soon as you begin more relationships like that, your happiness is going to increase, and therefore your vibration is going to raise, and you're going to attract more things into your life that are necessary for you to thrive, flourish, and prosper with a lot less effort, because this universe is ruled based off of vibration. Even like in the beginning, God, I'm not fucking religious at all, but in the Bible, Genesis, the first chapter of the Bible, whatever, it says, in the beginning, God said, let there be light. So God spoke light into existence, and that is a tribute to sound. So sound actually vibrated light into existence. You know what I'm saying? So it's scientific. I'm sure you know about the atoms and the neutrons, protons, electrons. They're all flying around us, right? But this universe is composed of vibrating molecules. That's what makes up everything. And so when you raise your vibration, you attract things that are on that level. You know what I'm saying? So I got other videos on that, and you can. There's a ton of content online about that kind of stuff too. If you want to get deeper into that. But yeah, so just to nail it down, you start your happiness, and your environment, the environment that you create around you, helps you to maintain your happiness. And that happiness is co-created. It's a cooperative thing, and you need others in order to be happy. So run that back to kind of like drive that in, because you got to hear it a few times to really like to begin to develop the attitude and mindset behind it. It's going to allow you to apply it. So it's all about giving and receiving. Now the next thing is, we talked about failure. Failure is a temporary state of performance underneath your true potential. So failure is when you could be doing this, and this is what you want to be doing, but you're currently stuck here. You know what I'm saying? And there's kind of like a ceiling, right? But you can break through that ceiling by developing your skills and working on your craft, and really surrounding yourself with supportive relationships. So everything I'm about to say after this is just an extension of how to create your happiness. Sick tip of my water. Water makes me happy. Okay, so now if failure is here and success is here, there's something in between that could potentially hinder you from reaching that success that you want. So what's in between is actually mediocrity. The fuck? Somebody's laughing outside. I don't know who the fuck that is. But that's funny. So there's failure, there's mediocrity, and there's success, right? That shit sounded like an evil laugh. I don't know if it came through, but it was funny. So failure is temporary defeat. Success is heaven. Success is where you're killing it, you're enjoying it, you're making a living killing it. And in order to make a living, you got to make a killing. So and mediocrity is between that. Mediocrity is just settling, being comfortable with the way things are, being around small minds, not expanding your comfort zone, not going out there and getting what you want, and not maximizing your potential. So, in fact, most people think like 90% of the world is failing, but it's really 90% of the planet is mediocrity. They're in a state of being mediocre. And, that's just a mentality. They don't have a growth mindset. So what happens is people who are in failure, they know that they're in a temporary state of performance underneath their potential. And what that does is that motivates them to rise into a state of success. So the most brilliant entrepreneurs on the planet, after they've achieved their success and they get bored, they go back down into a state of failure, performance underneath their true potential, because they realize new goals to achieve. There's levels to this shit. So the next thing is that you said you were starting a business. So I want you to understand that it takes a team no matter what you set out to do, because no one makes money. No one starts anything and begins something great, or even something great but something small, but it's still great. No one does anything without a fucking team. You have to have a team. And so part of your planning process, you said you were in the planning phase, is planning, who am I going to enlist to my vision? Who am I going to hire to my vision? Who am I going to have around me supporting my effort, my master plan? You know what I'm saying? You have to plan the type of team members that you want. I don't know what your business is, but it seems like you're into jewelry and rings and stuff. So you might want to start I don't know what your business is, by the way, but if you were to start like your own subscription box service, you want to begin to understand what tasks do I have to do? What tasks have to be done in order for this business to operate and be successful? And what roles do I need to assign to that task? What kind of team do I want? So for example, if I need to do marketing, I need to have a marketing guy or a marketing girl. You know what I'm saying? If I need to do manufacturing, I need to have someone, assembling these pieces together. If I'm going to self-manufacture, if I'm going to outsource. If I need to do some design and brand work, I need a designer on my team. You know what I'm saying? So for example, you build out that list and you get all that stuff down. And yeah, that's what you do. You need a team to be successful. No one makes money without a team. So moving on to your deepest value, that can get a little esoteric. I know you said your deepest value is love. Well, part of, being a loving person is giving, what you feel is your value to someone else. You know what I'm saying? That could be a product, that could be a service, that could be a word of kindness, that could be a consultation, what have you. So value it's all perception based. You know what I'm saying? Because, what's valuable to someone else might not be of any value to someone else. So value begins with locating a customer, locating someone that will benefit from whatever you have to give. And then understanding what types of customers you want, what types of audience you want listening to you, that will act as a template for you to begin piecing together your value and articulating your value a lot better. So your business is basically going to begin with what you know how to do, what your set of skills are, the team that you have and what their skills are, what your opinion is, because your opinion is actually very valuable believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? If you have a level of intelligence in a certain area and you're able to speak intelligently about something, you can give your professional opinion on something and you can get paid for that. You know, that can be an aspect of your business. And also your creativity is an asset. So what you can create in your mind, what you can draw out, what you can plan, what you can design, what you can think, that's also of value. That's also an asset that you can sell. It's also something you can make into a product or a service. So your knowledge, your opinion, your creativity, and your love, like what you have to give, what inspires you, is more than likely going to inspire someone else. 7 billion people on this planet, you know, there's at least a million people that are looking for someone like you, whatever you have to give. There's at least a million people out there. You don't even need a million people. There's at least 100,000 people out there that will purchase from you for the remainder of your life, and you can be rich from that. The next thing is friends and family. You mentioned friends and family, and this is getting a little long, but I am a little expressive, so we'll probably just wrap this up in a little bit. But your friends and family, um, you said your friends and family. I think you said your friends and family make you happy, or yeah. So you don't. It doesn't have to be a lover, right? You know, we're not talking about lovers. But everyone's a customer. At the beginning of the day, what's going to make you successful is your customer, the receiver of what you have to give. That receiver could be a lover. That receiver could be a liker. That receiver could be a friend or a family member, a business partner, what have you. You know, you determine that. You determine who you want to go after. And when you determine who you want to go after, that individual determines what you should give once you determine the type of individual you want to go after. Because again, doing business is about meeting the needs of someone else. So what makes you a high value person to someone is your ability to meet a need that is on that person's high priority list. You know, so for the market of women out there, right? How many women in the world want a subscription box, you know, like you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so moving on to planning. So you said you were in the planning phase. There's planning your business, building your business, beginning your business. There's improving your business, winning at your business, and dominating your business. So you said you're at level 1, which is planning. And yeah, so your plan is your strategy. Your plan is how you're going to go about something. Um, your plan cannot exist without a goal. So you have to have a goal. Part of that goal is who you're going to be selling to, who you're going to be serving, who your customer is. But your goal is whatever your goal is for your life and whatever your goal is for your business. So a plan is a step-by-step process of how you're going to get to that goal. And within that plan is also going to define the resources that you need in order to execute the plan and achieve the goal. So that's actually what I help to do as a consultant. I consult businesses and I consult people like one-on-one. And I'm also writing a book on relationships called Be a High Value Man, Create a Successful Life, and Own the Heart of the Woman of Your Dreams. And my customer with this book is young men in general. And I'm going to be helping them and giving them lessons on how to create wealth for themselves in their 20s and also understand women better. You know, understand women so they can have effortless relationships with women. And so I'm not wealthy myself or a millionaire myself yet, but I've had many engagements with wealthy individuals, and I've been striving for success. So I've realized that my story is valuable as it is right now, and that's what gives me the confidence because I realize that there's already value in simply my pursuit of what I want, which is the wealth, which is the success, which is the health and the abundance. So in my pursuit of that, my value is in telling my story. You know, I always say if a village sends a warrior out to go slay a beast, right, and bring it back so the village can eat, and that warrior goes out and it fails. He does battle with the beast, gets in a nasty bloody fight, but barely makes it back to the village alive. Is that village going to outcast that warrior and say, well, you didn't slay the beast, you know what I'm saying, you're of no value to us? Or is that village going to be wise and learn the story of that warrior so it can better inform its other warriors that's going to send out. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like how I was able to recognize that there's strength in my story and there's strength in your story. And that's why I'm going past the 15-minute mark on this, to express that to you. So the next thing is self-sufficiency. You said you wanted self-sufficiency and excess finances. I like that. Excess finances. Well, the first thing you got to know is you deserve to be self-sufficient and you deserve excess finances. But you also got to understand that no one is self-sufficient by themselves. Everyone who is self-sufficient has a team supporting that, a team of people, because individually we only have 24 hours in a day. But when we have a business and an operation and a company means you have people working on your business too and working with you. So great company helping to make a great company. And so that's what gives you more time. And it's really not about the money, it's about your time freedom and being able to do whatever the fuck you want with your time in your life, which also takes money. But it's ultimately time is the real benefit that we're seeking. So excess finances and self-sufficiency is going to come from your plan and you putting together a team. And then you said you wanted to make the world a better place. Well, my question for you is, what aspect of the world do you want to make better? You know, because this world is pretty big. So do you want to work with men? Do you want to work with women? Do you want to work with children? Do you want to work with men, women, and children? Do you want to work with women over 50, women under 25? Like what's going on here? Like what aspect of the world do you want to work with? Do you want to work with people in Kansas, people in California, people in Canada, people in Europe? You know, what aspect of the world do you want to help and why? Who is your customer? Who are the individuals that you're going to help and give your value to? So I'm going to wrap this up. What I can do is I can help you plan. I can help you get your plan together and establish a business structure for you so that you can begin to launch yourself in a series of successions. I can help you plan out your marketing strategy. I can help you plan out your sales, your fulfillment, your management, your financial. Don't get scared by all those terms. All that means is that you have an outline for how you're going to conduct something when you are ready to begin conducting that. And so what that enables you to do is that enables you to have smarter and more intelligent conversations. So when you say you attract a lot of men to you because you have a model frame. Well, in my experience working with models is that they get around these people, they attract these men, but they don't have the confidence to ask for what they want because their value is not articulated. So what I do is I help women to articulate their value. So I can help you articulate your value better and structure your business plan and actually create a model so that it's investable, so that someone on the outside looking in can see your vision with true clarity and see you have a system built out, you have support for your system, and you know what the fuck you're doing and you know what the fuck you're talking about and you know where you're going. And what that's going to do is that's going to demonstrate your leadership. And so that's what I can help you do. And usually what I charge is if we were to have like a phone call maybe once a week or maybe like a Zoom and we can do like a virtual call, I can actually talk with you, listen to you, whatever. And, you know, for an hour. And I can charge, since you're 27 years old, I can charge you $28, you know, per call. And we can have like 4 calls a month. And, you know, if you're open to that, if you'd like to do that, for however long, you know, we can put together a term or whatever, we can do a test project or whatever the fuck you want to do, but we can do something today or in the near future that's going to level us both up, you know, which is every time I work with a client, I level up. I learn something new. And every time I work on behalf of a client in service to a client, you know, such as yourself, if we were going to move forward together in that direction, my clients level the fuck up. So that's what they do. And then you said you were in $50,000 in debt. So what you can begin doing is you can begin taking your own clients. You can begin organizing your knowledge and your value into a service like I do. And you can begin taking on business clients and freelancing and, kind of having your own operations so that you have income coming in multiple ways. And that's something that I'm working on. So by the way, the level that I'm on in my business is I'm on level 2. So I'm just a tick above you, but it took me 5 years of planning and self-discovery and figuring things out and failure and a whole bunch of shit I had to go through just to get to now I'm building my business. You know what I'm saying? And I'm building my business with confidence because I have a plan that's well thought out. And so you said you were 50,000 in debt. Um, and so, yeah, I can talk to you more about that and strategies that we can go to fucking, because I hate that. I fucking hate debt. And I'm in no debt myself. I didn't go to school. I'm entirely self-educated. But it really pisses me off that these institutions pretty much just, you know, yeah, well, that's another conversation. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but I'm fucking pissed off at most people's debt situations. So that's something else that we can talk about as well. And then the other thing is that you said you were being approached by a lot of guys and they were saying that they wanted to fucking marry you. Well, first off, my other half of my knowledge in my area is, relationships, with women and understanding women and help men to understand women better. So, um, marriage is not the guy's responsibility to bring up. That's your responsibility. So you as the woman, when you feel compelled to bring that subject matter up, that's when you bring it up. So these guys approaching you and they're bringing up marriage, they're out of whack. They're not in their masculine. You know what I'm saying? That's not masculine energy. That's not masculine. You're supposed to bring up marriage because you are the relationship builder. You decide how deep you want to let someone into your life, and so you bring that up, and then the guy escalates it a little bit more, and then you escalate the shit to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And so you're letting the guy know that you're letting him in deeper. So if guys are approaching you talking about marriage, and that's like one of the first things out their mouth, that's inappropriate completely. You know what I'm saying? It's not their job to build a relationship or force you to, do anything. You bring that up, and then that's what and that's kind of what I'm teaching young men as well. So that's gonna all be in my book. And yeah, so that's my offer to you. I know this was very long, but I felt that this would be of value to you. So that's why I chose to create this video. If you're interested in moving forward with me in the business capacity or consultative capacity, just hit me up or whatever, and we can have a conversation. We can talk on the phone for about 30 minutes, and sort things out or whatever. If you have any other questions, and if not, you can just continue to watch my YouTube channel. I'm always uploading content on there, so that's free, and you can always learn something from that. And I'm completely raw and fucking honest on my YouTube channel. I don't pull no fucking punches, so you're gonna get it all on there. And, with that being said, peace and prosperity and progression. And good luck out there.